I am Jess from the Nimbi, bringing you a timeless tarot message. This message is intended to find you when you need to hear something within it most. We're going to start with an overall energy for your reading. Universe, angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, aliens, please give me the message that this Leo or this viewer needs to hear most at this time on their journey. Please and thank you. Leo, any placement, cross watchers are always welcome. My intention is that this video will find you if you need to hear something in it, regardless of your placement. So if you're like feeling called to a title, don't even pay attention to what sign it's for. Just watch it anyways. All right, let's see. Overall energy for Leo, please. For this Leo reading, overall energy. Okay, ride the wave. It's number 14. I feel like there's some change happening here. Like something is, I'm seeing a wave. Like, you know how waves build and build and build and then they like break? And I'm kind of getting that feeling. So it's like, you're kind of at that like precipice of change where something is about to like transform, change. The wave is about to break, but I'm hearing ride it out. So that's awesome. Maybe some of you are surfers or something like that. All right, let's see. I'm going to go with this deck. Okay, Leo, what do we have to tell Leo today? Oh my goodness. Message for Leo. All right. Message for Leo. What do we got? All right, Justice and the Five of Cups. Okay. I'm hearing closure. That's not normally how I would read that, but that's what I'm hearing, so that's what I'm telling you. I do receive channeled messages, guys, so you'll just get them as they come. The Five of Wands. Yeah, some kind of, something is about to change. We've got fives. Five of Cups, Five of Wands. Okay, let's see what else comes out. All right, the Four of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. One more card I'm being asked to. Okay. The Fool in reverse, and on the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, okay. Just kind of tuning into this, guys. This feels pretty heavy. It feels also really complicated. Yeah, I feel like you've got a lot going on. Okay. That Three of Swords talks about heartache. I've never noticed this before. That's interesting that the Eight of Pentacles is right there, because the Eight of Pentacles is right here too, which talks about self-mastery. So I feel like there's something to that. I had never really realized that there was, that these swords were all different. Like, I don't think I've ever really looked. They have similarities, but they're very different. But these two are like the same-ish. They have like the leather handle. And then that one's kind of like the outlier. It's almost like there's some kind of heartache from like not accepting the like differences in things. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So yeah. Interesting. It's like this is a really weird statement, but I'm going to say it. The differences are killing it. I don't know what that really relates to. But yeah. So there's some kind of like, there's a challenge here with some differences in opinion, different opinions. Yes. Different beliefs. Somebody's not really holding on to, or somebody is holding on to, their thoughts, their beliefs, kind of what is to them. really tightly. They're not willing to shift their perspective, not really willing to like see things from a different angle. I feel like they're going to kind of be forced into seeing something a little bit differently. And then it's going to make this fool, like it's instead of like willfully taking a leap of faith, it's like being forced off of something is really how I'm seeing it. I'm actually seeing this Wheel of Fortune in a different version. I'm not sure which deck it is, but there's a different version where like somebody's getting thrown off of one side, and that's like what I'm seeing right now. Interesting. So let's talk about that Three of Swords first. Yeah, there's a lot of like tension building is kind of how I feel. Like that wave is building right now. I'm like seeing a tsunami, and like, you know how, maybe you don't, but like how when a tsunami comes, like before it comes in, it like pulls the ocean back off of the shore, and then because it's like grabbing all that water, and then it comes and crashes down, and it's almost like that feeling. Let's talk about this Three of Swords. Okay. The Three of Swords, please. Thank you. The Four of Pentacles again. Let's get one more. Okay, two more. So we've got the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, so there's that, like I said when I was looking at this card earlier, somebody's not wanting to like shift their perspective. They're wanting to kind of stay stuck in this. This is a really weird way to hear it, but this is what I'm hearing. Stay stuck in a space of self-defeat is specifically what I'm hearing. I have to put you on pause for a second and close my blinds. There's a car window that is like blinding me. Hold on. 1 second. Okay, thanks guys. Sorry. Normally they don't park there, so, and I guess the time change. Anyhow, so there's this sense of, yeah, like willingly staying in a space of self-defeat, not wanting to let go of something. It feels like not wanting to let go of this heartache. However, this is manifesting, and it has to do with like a different ideas, because these are swords, right? So these are different ideas. They're all different, and there's like, they're all coming in, and they're damaging. This is a really weird energy. But it's keeping somebody stuck. So I don't know if it's keeping you stuck, or if it's somebody else's ideas or keeping them stuck and you're like fighting that, or I'm really not sure how this is coming, like how this applies to you. It's kind of a mixed energy. It probably is one way for some of you and another way for others. But then we have this Knight of Wands, and this Knight of Wands talks about taking action and kind of like following your calling is what I'm hearing. Following your calling. He has passion, and he goes after things, and he's maybe a little bit impulsive. So somebody is being asked to kind of break through something, even if it feels a little impulsive, to kind of shift this energy. There needs to be some kind of breakthrough. Yeah, and so the Knight of Wands also, to me, has this energy of not like really caring about the ripple effect. So I think that that's kind of what you're being called to do, is really like, or somebody isn't caring about how this is going down, so they're being that. But I'm feeling like really what it's saying is to break free of this, you need to kind of like give up kind of a sense of ego, is how that's coming through. Interesting, the Judgment is on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you know, breaking free of ego, breaking free of past restrictions. Let's talk about this Justice card, please. Tell me about justice. Thank you. The Ace of Cups. Okay. And there's that Judgment card. I kind of feel like I need to scoot these over, so let's do that. Can you see that? Sort of. Okay. The Ace of Cups and Judgment. Somebody wants balance. Somebody wants truth. Somebody wants clarity. They want something to flow, is how I'm feeling. You know, they want to ride this wave out. They want to have joy in that and not like be now I'm seeing a surfer, like, you know, not knowing how to like push under the waves to like get through and to get beyond. It's like they're just being washed in, like the wave, they're taking the waves head on, and it's like choking them up, and it doesn't feel very good. So they want to move past that. They want to learn like how to do something differently. There's this like kind of, there's this energy of something kind of guiding you or guiding somebody to something new, something that flows a little bit better, something that has love in it. Yeah, it's very much not this kind of fighting the wave energy. It's like breaking free of that, really coming through. And I think that somebody's going to get some kind of wake up call in this situation. Let's talk about this Five of Cups, please. Thank you. That's a lot. Okay. The Ten of Wands, the Seven of Swords. Okay. The Nine of Wands and the Six of Cups. I don't know why I'm struggling with these cards so much. It's like the visualization that I'm struggling with. Like, because it's the second card, I want to put it on this side for me. But it visually needs to be over here. So I was just kind of like walking through that in my mind. Because what I'm seeing here is this person being afraid of whatever this is that happened in the past, being afraid of that, kind of creating this barrier, looking apprehensively over his shoulder at whatever this was. And this seems very pure and innocent. So I'm not really sure why this guy would be guarded against that, unless of course this is some kind of apology or something like that he needs to address, something from the past that maybe is not sitting quite right with him, and he like wants to do it in this way but hasn't done it in this very kind, loving way, is kind of coming through. Like somebody looking at the past, and it's like they tried to be like kind and offer this like love and kind of this like, I'm getting this sense of reunion coming from this, and it's like being afraid of that, running from that. I'm not really sure why it's coming through that way, but that's how it is coming through. And then we've got this Ten of Wands and the Seven of Swords, and I feel like this is a burden. Whatever this visualization of this situation is, this is some kind of burden that somebody is focusing on, something that's, you know, it's got a lot of self-deception kind of attached to it. It's got a lot of self-deception attached to it. And somebody's looking at it in a very one-sided way. They're only wanting to see part of the story is what's coming through. And it's interesting that in these cards, we've got these Two of Swords kind of left behind and these Two of Cups left behind. And it's like, this is like the truth. This is the clarity. This is like clear communication. And this is, you know, love. And it's like, there's two. I don't know why this is so important, but it's like, there's some kind of union that has clarity and has love that's kind of being ignored. Interesting. It's being ignored. And then I'm really drawn to the fact that there's two dolphins on here, because that would be like, you know, having fun with that, not really like ignoring it. All right, let's talk about this Five of Wands, please. The Five of Cups, okay. And the Sun in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of happiness. Whatever these two cups here that are being ignored is, it has a lot of happiness. This happiness is being blocked, though. It's being blocked because, again, it's being ignored. It's being ignored, I feel like, because of some kind of conflict or chaos that's like external, and it's kind of like a distraction. It's somebody being distracted and not really seeing it for what it is, or seeing the situation for what it is. because they're focusing on something else. They're focusing on this loss, on these spilled cups, or they're in the process of spilling these cups is also what I'm hearing. It could have to do with this, like these different ideas, these different opinions, somebody not seeing something clearly. Look at that. And then the 5 of Wands is on the bottom of the deck again. Yeah, there's a lot of like conflict happening here. And I feel like it doesn't have to happen. Like, it's kind of like choose your battles is what I'm being guided to tell you. Choose your battles, because you can't ultimately change how somebody sees something or what they focus on or anything like that. But is that like serving you in any way? I'm really being guided to ask you that. Let's talk about this Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, because oh my God, don't shoot the messenger. Yeah, because somebody's going down. Like I said, when I was talking about this card originally, how I was talking about in another deck, there's like a guy that's being thrown off of this wheel because something is changing. And so like, do you want to go down with that or not? Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune is on this deck too. Yeah, there's something there, guys. Okay, let's talk about this Wheel of Fortune. The 7 of Wands. Okay. I'm hearing pick your battles wisely. And the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, choose your battles wisely. Something wants to be balanced, but it's currently not balanced. And it's coming through of like, how do you want to give of yourself? This card talks about, kind of like having balance, having equilibrium. But in this picture, we have this man that's like giving things away, right? But it's imbalance. There's the 3 on this side, the 2 on that side, and he's keeping 1 for himself. But this is in reverse, and it's almost like somebody's keeping everything for themselves. Yeah, there's this sense of guarding coming through. So somebody is not wanting to budge on some kind of situation. They're blocked, they're guarded, but it's not bringing balance and equilibrium. So it's pick your battles wisely is really what I'm being guided to say to you. Let's talk about this 4 of Pentacles, please, because that's somebody keeping something to themselves. The 2 of Cups and the Hermit. Somebody's blocked their heart. It could have to do with this 3 of Swords over here. Somebody's blocked their heart. They're going in to really heal some aspect of themselves, to figure out what it is that they really want, to find their inner truth so that this union can come through. But I feel like they're a little stuck because they're not really willing to see something differently. Again, I'm going to just say that we can't really change how people see things. This could be you too, though. So this could be saying, hey, look at how you want something to be, or take a look at that and realize that maybe you're blocking something off. Let's talk about this Fool, please. Tell me about the Fool. Thank you. I knew the star was going to come out. I kept seeing it on the bottom of the deck, and like every time the Hermit comes out, the star comes out. Not every time, but really close. Because, in this lantern here, in the lantern, I don't know if you can see it, is a star. That's the star, right? And then here we've got the star, finding truth, finding, having hope, having faith, healing a situation. And then we've got the Justice card again. Truth is really coming through. Truth, balance. So, there's a situation that wants to start. But I feel, again, somebody's going to just be thrown off of this cliff. They're just going to be thrown off of this cliff because this is what wants to come out. And unless this is come to willingly, unless somebody willingly wants to go in, willingly wants to heal something and have faith and find truth and clarity and balance, then they're just going to kind of be thrown off the cliff. Like they're going to be forced into a situation where they're going to have to see something differently. Or I'm hearing propelled into a dark night. Yeah, so I hope that doesn't happen to anybody, but this is kind of like a warning about that. Like something is changing. You're on the precipice of change. But like, you know, do you want to fight that wave and be like thrown back and thrown out of control? Or do you want to like, you know, flow with it is really coming through. You know, the battle is here. We've got the 5 of Swords. The battle is here. And like, do you want this hollow victory or do you want to walk away with like a true victory? We've got so many 5s, guys. What do we not have? 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. Oh, we didn't have the 5 of Pentacles. So nobody's being like isolated or abandoned right now. But yeah, there's still this sense of like really something needs to change. All right. Something needs to change. Are you going to flow with it or are you going to fight it? Let's see. I'm going to go with this deck for just some last words from the universe. Final thoughts. Wrap this reading up. Final thoughts for this Leo reading, please. Final thoughts. Wow. One more card, please. I don't even know what that one was. I'm going to grab it in a second. Okay. The 3 of Wands. Temperance. The King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse can be this kind of egotistical person, very controlling, is kind of coming through. And I feel like that energy came out already. So it's like, I love the imagery here because we have these boats and then these like waves breaking, right? And this guy just kind of like sitting there watching, like, how is this all going to play out? How is this all going to play out? Somebody's trying to control a situation and somebody is kind of like stepping back, or somebody should step back and see how it's all going to play out. You know, ride that wave. Don't fight it, because in the end, like, this is the universe bringing something into balance. So like, see, this is alchemy here. There's the water flowing from one cup to the other. This is healing. This is balance. This is alchemy. And I feel like, you know, this is like the divine coming in and changing up a situation because it's not being changed on its own, or somebody's not like using their willpower to change it on their own. And so the divine is coming in and doing it. And sometimes that shakeup can be a little brutal. And so, yeah, that's what I'm really being called to say. Let go of control, ride it out. This change is going to happen. So do you want to flow with it or against it? Yeah. And then we have the World on the bottom of the deck. I just had to take a look at that. This would be closing out a cycle if you can ride with it, roll with it. Let's grab you a Fortune, Leo. You will always have good luck in your personal affairs. Nice. So this is kind of a warning, right? It's really how it's coming out. Like, you have the ability to ride this wave out, and the change is happening whether you want it or not. This could also be somebody around you, so just keep that in mind. That's what I have for you today, Leo. I hope that this content helps you, resonates with you. Please like, share, subscribe if you want to get more of my tarot readings. I also do daily oracle messages. And that's what I got for you. Sending you so much love and light. Bye, guys.